girly who waited until marriage, I actually chose not to kiss my now husband for the first 3 months of our dating relationship, and I want to tell you guys a surprising benefit that I actually recognized from choosing to not kiss for the first 3 months. So the first thing that I noticed is that it really gave us such a great foundation to build our relationship off of by choosing to get to know one another, just almost like how friends would get to know one another. Obviously we were holding hands, obviously we were hugging, and obviously we're dating, so it's not like we're just friends, but taking everything physical off of the table was so helpful because I actually really got to see and know him as a friend first and see him with a lot of clarity that wasn't clouded or kind of impacted or influenced by the physical excitement of being physical with someone, and whether that's making out or kissing or whatever. One thing that we really loved in our early dating relationship and even further into dating is to do questions, whether you get something like "we're really not strangers," or on Amazon they have dating pack question cards. We loved doing that because we really just got to sit and spend quality time together and really just talk and get to know one another. From sitting and talking with one another, we were able to share about our past hurts, past relationships, and I learned that something that was a part of my husband's story, as is a part of my story, as is probably a part of your story watching this, is that in some point in our life, we had both felt used for our physical body, and it was very hurtful and harmful. So that really changed a lot of how I actually navigated boundaries inside of a relationship, because I was like, if I was to ever push past a boundary that we had already established, and same if he was to ever push past the boundary, number one is I would feel like my trust would be broken, and I feel like I would break his trust. Number two is I would never want to make him feel like I was using him for his body, and if I ever was to push past a boundary, I would feel like that would kind of be a side effect of it. And I was really just focused on fully loving him the best that I could, and I knew that loving him the best that I could meant keeping accountable to the boundaries that we had set in place. So I feel like that's a really underrated thing that no one really talks about. So if anyone watching is also waiting for marriage, I really do recommend removing kind of that physical aspect of the relationship for as long as you feel like you need to where you can get a well-established, grounded, really clear perspective of who that person is, and honestly to learn more about them, because I find that in relationships, sometimes the physical aspects take a lot of our energy and our time with that person. And so removing that and just breaking it down to let's spend time together, let's ask questions, let's get to know one another was actually really a massive part of what made waiting for marriage a little bit easier, in my opinion. So I hope that's helpful for anyone watching. You guys know I always try to give really practical advice. If you're new here, hit that follow button. I'm Jody, your Christian internet big sis. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk.